Alright, we're going to start off simple. Number 1, let's write that down. X squared plus 9x. So all we want to do here, remember when you're trying to factor, all you're trying to do is find two numbers that multiply to this term and add to the middle term. So a little bit of trial and error, or you might see it right away. The numbers are 5 and 4. 5 times 4 equals 20, which is the last number. 5 plus 4 is 9. So they both work, so we just plug in 5 here and 4 here. Let's write that better. It's a plus. Alright, so this is your solution right here. Alright, on to the next one, number 2. Make sure you write that down. Okay, so this is just one step up. Now, whenever you factor, you always want to ask yourself, can I take out a greatest common factor? And the answer is yes. The greatest thing that goes into all of these is a 2. So we take out a 2. Some of you can do it mentally. Some of you need to take this extra step, which is perfectly okay. So we divide everything by 2. So you get x squared minus 8x plus 15. And now we just keep the 2 and essentially just factor this. So what two numbers multiply to 15 and add to negative 8? And the answer is negative 5 times negative 3 equals 15. Negative 5 plus negative 3 equals negative 8. Okay, so it's going to be the two solutions are negative 5 and negative 3. This is our solution set to that problem. Okay, now the next one is a 2-star problem for a reason. Now, if you just look at it, we always want to take out, the number before x squared. The coefficient is a 2, but we can't, so we have to use a different method here. For something like number 3, since we cannot take out a 2x, take out a 2, what you have to do is you have to multiply this times this and rewrite it. So x squared plus 13x minus 14. Okay? So we've done that. Now we just factor this normally. So what two numbers multiply to negative 14 and add to positive 13? So what two numbers could work there? Think about it for a second. Okay, it's going to be positive 14 and negative 1. 14 times negative 1 equals negative 14. 14 plus negative 1 equals 13, the middle term. So those numbers work. So we do 14 and negative 1. And then you got to look at your first term because it's a little bit different, this type of problem. So we look at our first term now, which is 2. So which one can we divide 14 or negative 1 by 2? The answer is 14, and then we put it in front of the other x. So our full answer is, let's write out the full one. X plus 14 divided by 2 is 7, and then 2x minus 1. This is our answer right here. Okay? That's number 3. Let's go on to number 4, these type of problems. So these type of problems are easy. You have to remember that. You have to remember this rule. That's very important. So you got to remember that. And then that's all these problems are. So let's do number 4. X squared minus 3 squared equals. First thing I'd like to do is get it in this form. This is a super easy problem because we can put the same things, x and 3. And then it just becomes that plus that minus that. So x plus 3, and then x minus 3. This is our answer right here. Okay? Let's go on to number 5. X squared minus 16. Again, the first thing you want to do is set it up like this. So what goes in here? X. What times what is 16? 4. And that plus that minus that. It should be really easy, guys, once you get the hang of this. X plus that, X minus that. This is our answer right here. That's number 5. Okay. And number 6 is a 2-star one, a little bit more tricky, but not too bad. Let's go ahead and do that. Number 6. So we have 4x squared minus 16. Again, how can we make it in this form? First step. Well, 2x times 2x is 4x squared. 4 times 4 is 16. So we can do that. Whenever you get it in this form, it's just this plus this times this minus that. So it's really easy once you get to that level. Plus that times this minus that. This is our solution. Okay? Make sure you have that down. Give you guys a second. And now we're going to move on to difference and sum of cubes. So if you look at the board, the sideboard, the formulas are already up there. All you have to do is plug in, So I'm going to keep the formulas up there for the quiz and just plug in. So for number 7, 8x cubed minus 27 equals, a good way to set it up, I was thinking, is just you want to set it up like this. Or if it's plus, you want to make it plus, but the same idea holds. See if we can squeeze it in there. So this should be your setup for these type of problems. What times what times what is 8x cubed? The answer is 2x. I'm going to keep the perfect cubes up on the board too. What times what is 27? The answer is 3. And now we simply follow. This is going to be the second formula on the board. So x minus y, but instead we have this minus this. Right? We take this term and square it, so it's going to be 4x squared. Okay? And then plus, you multiply them, plus 6x. Okay? And then 3 times 3, y squared, but instead we have a 3, so it's plus 9. So what's our answer? This is our answer right here. Okay? So use this setup. It's going to help you on all the type of problems. All right, number 8, we have a sum now. Let's go ahead and do that. Number 8 is a sum. So 8 is x cubed plus 512. Again, first thing you want to do is use this form. It's going to help you out a lot. It's going to be plus, so I'm going to use plus this time. So set it up like this. Okay? And just follow the formula. So the first one's going to be x. What times what times what is 512? It's you probably don't know this, memorize it. So look at the board and you'll see that it's 8. Okay? And all we do is follow the first formula on the board. X plus y, but it's x plus 8. And then x squared. Subtract minus the product of the two terms. X times 8 is 8x. And then plus this term squared, which is 64. So this is our full solution right here. Okay, that's our solution for number 8. All right, last one, guys. Let's go to number 9. And it's a 3-star one because it's hard to see what times what is 729 or 343, but it's not hard because it's on the board. So let's do that. 729 x cubed minus 343 y cubed. So first thing, let's set it up like this. And then like this. Got more room now. So this is what times what is 729. It's hard to see. It's going to be 9 and then an x. What times what is 343y cubed. Look at the board. It's going to be 7y. Just a matter of plugging and chugging now. So this minus that, 9x minus 7y. You take this term and square it. So it's going to be 81 x squared plus, multiply these two together, 9 times 7 is 63 xy And then lastly, it's plus, what's y squared? Well, y is this in this case, so 7y times 7y is 49. I gotta erase this and make more room. It's gonna be 49y squared. Let's erase that, plus 49y squared, and close it out. So that's the 49y squared, okay? If you can't see that, this is the answer, but I'll rewrite it here. 9x minus 7y times 81x squared plus 63xy plus 49y squared. Alright? So this is our solution right here. I know it looks long, but all you're doing is plugging in a formula pretty much. Right? So that's it. Thank you.